just been looking at that edge behind me, trying to rack up how many times I've actually camped up there. It must be 25 or 30. So I'm 52 next month, but I've not always been into camping. I was probably around 37, 38. I had this alarm going off in my head, some kind of primal urge. So I had a decent job, 3 lovely kids, but I was coming to the end of my playing days as a footballer, and I needed something else to scratch that itch. Now, it was either going to be an MG midget, or I needed to get myself a backpack so I could just disappear. So some people call that a midlife crisis, or that you're trying to outrun your age. But I think that's rubbish. For me personally, it's a biological necessity. Your brain just needs a reset, something that 4 walls and a Wi-Fi signal just can't do for you. So today we're going to be looking at why your brain is screaming for a mountain, a tent, and a bit of silence. The original plan was to head up on the tops today, but most of it is hidden in the clouds. At least you've got some beautiful scenery down at this level, and overlooking the Derwent Reservoir. Stunning today. Always helps when you've got a little blanket of snow though, doesn't it? So most of us are living in what I call the abstract world. I used to do that myself, inputting data into spreadsheets, sitting round the table having meetings, dealing with HR. It's not very tactile, is it? It doesn't give you that grounded feeling that going outdoors gives you. Might not be the same for you, but it kind of made me feel a little bit soft and disconnected from my caveman survival instinct, shall we say. So hiking's all right, but the real fix for me was, could I survive the night? Up on a mountain or a hill, out in the woods, without any bricks and mortar, running waters, the rivers and streams. You get some kind of instant feedback. Have you pitched your tent correctly? If not, you're going to get wet. Can you get your stove to light? If not, you're not going to eat very well. And when you overcome these little hardships, you get this shot of dopamine that a pat on the back from your boss just can't give you. For us blokes especially, it's a primal win. It shows you've still got it. Bear Grylls, eat your heart out. Just a quick one for you. If you're getting that urge to go and pitch a tent up on a mountain, I've just uploaded to my website a full camping setup that I'm raffling off. So I actually use Squarespace for my website. If you don't know who Squarespace are, they're actually a website that makes it really easy for you to create a website. I've been using it for years now to help promote my YouTube channel, as well as things like raffles. I've also got a page where I show all of the gear that I use as well. Just to be clear, I've got no idea when it comes to web design or coding. I just chose one of their ready-made templates, uploaded my own photos, added text and moved things around a little bit. 2 hours later, I've got a website. Nowadays, I just pop on once or twice a week to make a few tweaks, maybe send out a newsletter or check the analytics to see where all of my traffic's coming from. Squarespace has got you covered for pretty much every type of website, whether you want to sell something, if you just want to upload to a gallery, or if you make YouTube videos like me. If you fancy having a go at building a website of your own, if you click the link in the description below or head over to squarespace.com/Paul Messner, there's a free trial and there's also a discount code as well. So thanks Squarespace for sponsoring the video today. Right, back to the video. What do you reckon to this place, by the way? Can you imagine just having a little log cabin here? Or over there? It'd be stunning, wouldn't it? I must admit, I prefer the sound of those geese squawking to my phone pinging every 5 minutes. Right, how did I get across here? So speaking of mobile phones, I'm in what they call the sandwich generation now, between 45 and 65. You know, your kids are finding their way, but they don't need you all of the time anymore. And then you've got your parents starting to get a little bit older as well. Sometimes can feel like you're tethered to your phone all the time for sorting out your own life as well as everyone else's needs. Most of the time when I'm up on the mountain or somewhere like this, I'm unreachable. The always on is turned off. Apart from the geese, you've got the place to yourself. You can't be summoned to sort somebody else's problem out. So when you're up there tucked away inside your tent, it's not about roughing it. It's about being able to think one single thought from start to finish without any sort of interruption. Right now at this moment, this is the most beautiful place in the world. It's perfect. Have a look at that. Not sure how long that's been down. It does get quite windy around here though. A gaggle of geese. More branches. Guess the wind just flies down that valley and these are the first places that it hits. I like how they've just left it here to be consumed by Mother Nature. Put all those nutrients back into the ground. So apparently there's something called the circadian reset. I don't know if you feel the same as me, but sleep's a bit of a battle these days. You get that blue light caffeine from staring at screens all of the time. You get that 3 a.m. anxiety, wakes you up. My internal body clock is on its arse. All over the place some days. But did you know that just 24 hours in the outdoors, it resets your melatonin production? Your eyes are forced to track the drop in sunlight as the sun goes down. And then as it rises again next morning, the drop in temperature overnight, your body just sort of, it just goes back to survival instincts and just knows what to do. And it can put your body back into a natural rhythm that's been undone by staring at that big rectangular screen that's in your living room. Something else that's quite ironic is that you can be sleeping on a 2-inch mattress, wind and rain hitting the canvas or nylon of your tent, and you sleep better than you do on your £2,000 Silent Night mattress. Sometimes anyway. Although strangely enough, even when the weather's kept me up all night, I still feel refreshed in the morning. It's crazy. So this next section is quite fresh and raw to me. Let's talk about mortality and what I'm going to call the bucket list reversal. So as you get older, my age, you know you're on the back nine and you can start and just about see the finish line in focus, although you don't want to get there. We spend decades saying, I'll do that when I retire, or one day we'll save up enough money to do that. We've got this bucket list of things that we want to do, but we just sit on it. We might not have the money or we don't have the time. But wild camping is like a bucket list reversal. You've not got to, take a sabbatical, 3 months off work and go and trek the Himalayas. One night is all it takes sometimes, and it can be relatively inexpensive. You haven't got to blow your life savings. Just buy a cheap tent. You can go this Friday or every weekend if you want. It's a low cost, pretty much instant adventure. A lot of people around my age, me included, you put your life on hold to bring up your kids, to sort your career out and things like that. Going wild camping, you can do that now. You've not got to wait till your kids have grown up or to retire. It proves that life isn't on hold. You're not waiting to live, you're doing it now. So tell me, have you been feeling that itch to leave the golden cage behind for a night? Don't ignore it. It's not a sign that you're losing it. It's not a midlife crisis. It's a sign that you're finally waking up. This one's for you that already go wild camping. What was the specific moment that made you decide to do it? Was it a bad day at the office, or just looking in the mirror? Get everybody inspired in the comments. And if you're thinking about buying a sports car or a career change, don't do it. A night under the stars will help you remember who you are. Anyway, that's it for this one. Thank you for watching. Hopefully see you next time.